People who know or you think you can really trust. Like, don't just go willy-nilly.
Yeah. Remember willy-nilly? Didn't he smoke a lot of weed?
Yeah. Good old Willie.
Good old Willie. Hey, what's up? Welcome to Heal, Laugh, and Rise Up. I'm Jessie, your badass two-time cancer fighter, soul work mentor, and your favorite Latina.
Hi, and I'm Amber, a chemo nurse by day, caretaker to my husband by night, all while being a scrunchy mom.
We're here to talk all about our traumas and how we use them to grow, honey.
So grab your drink and let's get into today's miracle and shit show. So this week, I like how every episode, if I start it, I'm like, so this week we're going.
Yeah,
you're like reporter and me, huh?
And I'm like, what's up, motherfuckers? You guys back for more? Chismosos? Come on back. Welcome.
See,
sit down.
I do get nervous.
Sit down. Or do you? Are you?
Oh, see, that's my little recording voice comes on. Yeah. Hey guys, how you doing?
Welcome to
coming
92.3.
Hi, broadcasting here from Los Angeles. Okay, anyways.
Hey guys.
I don't know. Thanks for listening. You guys are the best.
You guys are the best.
You guys are the best.
We're here. We're like, okay, and then people are like, oh, it was such a great episode. Shout out to Daniela, who all the friends who reach out and give me props. I love getting the feedback, and I want the criticism though. Mm-hmm. I want criticism, guys. Tell me, what the fuck am I doing wrong?
And I don't want to hear about my audio because I know it's
don't tell us about the audio. Like, am I saying too much? But anyways,
we did get a couple people coming in, sending us money, buying us coffee.
That's
Thank you so much.
Thank you guys. The coffee was
really
delicious.
Shocks me every time that we are actually touching people's lives and that you guys want to, share the love back. And that's really, really cool. I do know the things we talk about. We sound like we're a little kooky. And times I do question the things I'm doing. Is it because I'm crazy? If you guys don't know, I worked psych for almost 8 years.
I can't believe that still, Amber,
so
that you did this for 8 years. It does
pop in my head like, am I going to be a schizophrenic if I use ayahuasca?
Well, listen, motherfucker, I work with people with dementia for 20 years, and now I'm getting a little bit sprinkled of that. So.
Yeah, but doesn't it make you, question?
Oh, yeah. I told Alex, you'll be able to find a new wife in 5 years. I won't know who you are.
I won't know who you are. Well, I don't know. Alex is a lot like me, and Mike doesn't know who I am. No. He's stuck with me, so.
Oh, that's right.
So you might be stuck with Alex. Sorry.
Yeah.
But yes, we know that the things we're doing sound kooky, but that's the point. Mm-hmm. Everything we're talking about is a taboo to someone, and to even mostly us. It was a taboo, and that's what made us look into it. So
I think we should do a meet and greet. Let's do a meet and greet. You guys want to hang out with us? Raise your hand.
I don't think anyone wants
Nobody
to.
Nobody cares that.
I'm just kidding.
I'll pay for the drinks.
Oh, well then we're all showing up. I'll be there.
Beer and tacos.
Ay.
Plant medicine.
Today we will talk about Yezis experience.
Medicine.
So I kind of want to hear about the sound bath experience that you had. Was there plant medicine involved? You smoked something, you said?
I did smoke.
Blew something?
I did smoke some marijuana.
Oh, you did? At one of the sound baths?
I did.
Okay.
I didn't smoke it to, first of all,
to numb yourself?
Yes, I don't smoke it. My relationship with THC has really evolved into something really deeper, healing, because my perspective of the plant is not the same as what it was when I was in my 20s. It's a drug. It's going to get me high. It's going to get me all loopy, and it's going to be No. First of all, it started.
So wait.
You wanted me to talk about that? Yes, tell me.
Quickly, what was your perception? Because you weren't into marijuana before. You were kind of against it?
I hadn't partaked in 20 years.
Because of negative thought about it?
In reality, it's because I was working in a place where I would get drug tested because I was a driver, and I didn't want to fuck up. So I wasn't.
I think it was more fun when it was illegal.
Well, when I was a teenager, not when you're an adult.
So yeah, maybe tell us, why did you get back into marijuana?
Yes.
But just give a short
because I'm gonna try.
I want to hear about your experience of your moon ceremony when you used weed that time.
Okay. And just to preface, I don't think that the THC helped me take this journey.
No, no.
Because I've been working on my mental state and
It's just
myself.
another tool.
Yes. Without it, I can still get a good feeling.
Without journaling, without all these things.
The THC is not needed.
It's a accumulated thing, though.
Yes.
So it could help.
Yeah.
Okay.
Possibly.
Well,
so
tell us about why you got back into it.
Okay, so I hadn't done it in, I want to say, over 18 years, maybe. Just because I wasn't really into it, and because of where I worked, I just wanted to make sure I didn't lose my job. So I never did anything that I wasn't supposed to. In 2020, when I had my first cancer diagnosis, I had to get two major surgeries. I did talk about it on the cancer episode, and if you haven't listened to it, go back and you can find that in episode 6, which is my relationship with cancer, and episode 12, which is side effects of chemotherapy. I did have 2 surgeries back to back. After my hysterectomy, I was in so much pain. I mean, so much pain that I could not get out of bed. And I had a little commode where I had in the room, so I didn't have to get up and go to the restroom. All I had to do was stand up, pivot to the left, sit on the little toilet in my room, and use it. I couldn't even do that. I was in so much pain, probably the worst pain in my life, for sure.
Okay.
And I told Alex, like, I just need some CBD. I hadn't tried CBD. I hadn't touched THC in over 18 years. And he went and bought me a CBD vaping pen. I had asked my brother, who's very knowledgeable on the topic. He's like a known scientist. No, he's not a scientist, but he's really knowledgeable about THC. He's very educated. He's the one that guides me when I have questions. And I had called him and I said, brother, I'm struggling. And he said, get some CBD. It's going to help you with the pain. It's going to help with the inflammation. So Alex went out, bought it for me. By now, obviously things are legalized now, and it's easy to go and buy the product. So he went and bought it. I took it. I used it for 2 days. Nothing happened. I called my brother pretty much crying, and I said, it's not working. And he said, you're just going to have to smoke. And I didn't want to smoke. I was against it. And number one, because Alex is really, I don't want to say against it. He's never done it, and he's not very open about it. At that point, I wasn't really looking at it for something deeper, healing. I was just trying to heal my body so I can stand up. So my brother comes over, and he comes in, and my brother's a kind of person that if he's going to teach you about THC, he's not just going to give you a joint and say, here, smoke it. He's going to sit down. He's going to explain to you what it's going to make you feel, how you're going to do it, blah, blah, blah. So he comes in and
he was like knowledgeable to tell you like dosage wise where to start.
Oh, he is.
You don't want to just jump into it.
No, he's an expert too. He has a degree from Long Beach, something. They did the first cannabis certification, blah, blah, blah. I don't quote me because I don't know exactly what it is, but he was in that first class that they offered. So it's not
just like the pothead you went to high school with. Hey, I want to get into this. I heard it's good for pain. I heard it's good for when you're going through cancer. No. How much should I give her?
He can tell you all the components and how much and what it does. And sometimes it gets a little too much. Like, can you just talk to me in regular? Because I have no idea what you're saying. He came over and he said, all right, sister. And I couldn't get out of bed. I could not get out of bed at all. Because of the pain. The pain was so severe. I couldn't get up and pivot to sit on the little commode. So he comes and he says, okay, he had rolled up some joints. He grows his own medicine. So I know it's legit. I know it doesn't have stuff. It's not laced with anything. And then Alex looks at me and he goes, where are you going to smoke it? You got to go outside. I said, how the hell am I going to go outside? If I could go outside, I wouldn't need my brother here. I looked at him like, oh my God. It's like my dad, he has a lot of things that my dad would have said. So I just looked at him, and Milton was like, bro, this is not going to happen. So I had my mom's walker, my dad's walker, somebody's walker. I sat there. I took one puff. I stopped. He said, okay, just relax. Took another one. I relaxed. On the third puff, I got up, no pain. And I couldn't believe it. I had the walker and I did like a lap around my kitchen. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't move.
And that's probably so good for your body to finally be moving too.
Yes, and being able to be relaxed, because when you're in pain, estás toda contratada, like estás toda like,
sure. You're
I don't know how to say,
like you're contorted, yeah.
And guess what? It didn't even get me high because
you were just in
I
so
was
much
in
pain.
so much pain. It did what it had to do.
It relieved the pain.
Yes. And so then that's when Alex saw the medicinal properties that this medicine has. It's not, we were not there to have a good time, to smoke it, to fuck around. No, I needed it bad because the medicine that the doctor gave me was not working. What, I don't know what Vicodin, I don't know what the doctor gave me, something very strong. I called the doctor crying, I need more medicine, and she refused to give it to me.
Yeah, because they're not allowed to.
She couldn't give it to me, so I said, how am I supposed to function? How am I supposed to even stand up?
Yeah, my patients are on morphine, fentanyl patches. Those are all given because of how painful cancer is.
And so that's the first time I was reintroduced to the medicine. Once I started with my chemos in 2020.
Then you had the I can't eat.
Nauseous. I can't eat. I can't sleep. My bones hurt. And that was a lifesaver to help me eat because you have no appetite. You feel like shit. And even though your doctor can't tell you go and smoke marijuana or take gummies or whatever.
Some will, but very few.
Very few will tell you. My doctor, she says, I don't see anything wrong with it. If you can tolerate it and it benefits you, I'm not going to tell you not to do it. Because I want to make sure that my oncologist is going to say.
You want to tell your doctor you're doing it. Don't lie.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie.
If they tell you no, ask them why, and they most likely will give you the answer of, I'm not allowed to give that information or give that yes. If that's the answer, go with the homeopathic doctor that's going to tell you, dosages or what you can take and what's going to help. But your other doctor, unless they say, so there are some really good reasons not to.
Yes.
And that's why let your doctor know, because maybe the reason isn't because they can't tell you. It's because you're a cancer patient, you're taking bleomycin, and you cannot smoke because we're already going to damage your lungs.
Right.
So it might be, hey, I don't care if you use THC.
Yes. That's what she told me.
I think you should eat it.
Yeah, not smoke it.
It might be other things like that. Or it might be, well, there's a big contradiction with that medication, because it is a medicine, with a, pharmaceutical medication that we're giving you, like from Big Pharma.
Yeah.
They don't go well together. Yeah. You're going to fall asleep and not wake up for 20 hours.
Right.
There could be some contraindications.
Yeah, do your research, talk to your doctor. I'm not saying do it. I'm telling you how it worked for me. I did everything that any plant medicine that I've taken up to this day, even though I'm not afraid to tell my doctor because I'd rather tell my doctor her telling me no, or my doctor might say, I don't know much about it, but I know that it's not going to kill you. She did say do not smoke it, and I kind of knew that because, like you said, chemo is fucking everything up, my lungs.
There's certain chemos that you cannot smoke. Yeah. Not even, I looked at the chemo you were on.
Yeah.
It's not one of them. But there's some where it's an absolute no.
Yeah.
You will kill yourself.
Yes.
If you smoke anything, a cigarette, a vape, a non-nicotine vape, marijuana, anything.
So I started using it for my pain. And once I started my chemo, I used it for that, my nausea, to sleep, for the pain. After I stopped the chemo, I continued it because I noticed that, I don't know how to describe this other than the medicine is going to give me what, I'm speaking for me personally, the medicine is going to reveal to me or give me what I need when I give the medicine the respect and the plant that it deserves. It is a plant medicine that God put on earth, and I do see all the benefits of it. And when I do take it, I intentionally set an intention. I am going to take this edible because maybe right now I want to figure out why I'm feeling so anxious. And it helps me really for me, it has helped me open up this whole other side of my brain and thinking that I never really had before. Because when I do partake in the medication, even Alex is like, who are you? So that is my intention, and that's what I would like from the medicine. So I feel like that's what the medicine gives me.
Yeah.
If I'm tired and sleepy and I can't fall asleep, I intentionally take the medicine because I want to eat. I've been trying to gain weight. We talked about how I lost 30 pounds.
That's a big thing I see with my patients.
I need to gain my weight back. And now that I'm on this other journey of trying to heal my trauma, sometimes I sit with the medicine and things are revealed that I did not even know. So My relationship with THC has been full circle because when I was younger and I was in high school and after high school, I was just a stupid little girl who wanted to get high with my friends and go to the club, you know?
Yeah, you weren't using it as a tool necessarily
And
that we
it's
are
very
talking about.
difficult for the Latino community to embrace it and accept it. My mom has been on medication all her life.
But she sees it as a drug, like a
She sees
bad
it as a
drug.
drug, a bad drug. Why? Because
Which is funny because I know a lot that have it in a jar and they're using that.
my mom had it.
That's what I mean. They're so against this drug being smoked, but they grew up growing it in the backyard and making these, what are they called?
La pomada, like the alcohol. My mom would, but that's my first introduction to marijuana. I was 13. And it was a big jar. And I'm like, what is this? My dad's like, oh, marijuana for your mom. My mom has arthritis since she was 20 years old. Severe
arthritis. My household too. My mom moved in, said, you need to get rid of that plant.
What is the difference between you putting it and soaking it and it's going in your bloodstream?
Yeah, that's why it's
and then
working.
You and taking it. What's the difference?
What's the difference? They're so against it because of how
the stigma, the taboo society, what they say, the cholos, the this.
But they know they used to do it and they weren't getting high. They were just relieving their pain on their knees.
And it does the same thing for your body, for your mind. And I have, and through this whole journey in this past year, I don't want to say educate, maybe so. I have talked to a few people who are older, Latinos that don't speak English, that I have gone and gotten their medicine because one of them was going through cancer treatment and pain. And I'm like, they're not sleeping. And I'm like, just take this. And I have learned a little bit on how to dose correctly, starting very, very, very small, taking it once, writing it down. Well, how did it make you feel? Did you feel loopy? Did you feel sleepy? Did you feel anxious? Do breathing exercises, because one of the things is that when you do start, or if you are open to taking plant medicine, it's going to make you feel in your head something that the Tylenol doesn't get you there. Tylenol will take away your pain. But it also damages your liver, your lungs, and all that.
Everything. Has a side effect.
I mean, like, you're the nurse, you can tell what it damages. If you're on this medicine for 55 years, the rest of your organs are shutting down because of it. So this past year, 3 or 4 people that I have educated a little bit enough to where they're not afraid to use it and they're open, and I have showed them, because I'm a testimony.
Yeah.
I'm a testimony to that. And I was a crazy girl who would go out drinking and partying. So if you can see how I have transformed and thinking now about the plant in a different way, and it's helping me, why not try it? And I've sat with people and guided them on how to take it.
Who are really nervous about it, you do need to realize there's different cannabinoids and different pieces of these edibles that you can use, or these creams. You can smoke it. I'm the nurse in me is like, don't say you can smoke it.
Yeah.
Nobody smoke it. Smoking is fucking horrible.
Yeah.
Anyways, vaping is worse. Mm-hmm. Anyways,
as I pull out my vape, I do my vape.
Do you really? You vape? Oh yeah, you vape. I not in this house.
No, not in this house. No,
so anyways, it just, you can start with CBD.
Yes.
There's no high to it. It's just medicinal.
Yeah.
But you will see on it might have that little marijuana leaf on it, because some of them will have 0.3% THC in it. Mm-hmm. Full spectrum hemp will have some THC in it. Not to the extent that you're going to get high.
Mm-hmm.
So you can start there.
Yeah, start low.
Try these things. When you worked in the senior care with the Alzheimer patients, did you see CBD was being given?
Actually, THC was being given because it was already legal. And towards the end of my transition, there were some people that were on gummies.
Yeah, so that's a big thing. When I was doing, when I managed one of the nursing homes, I managed the nursing part of it, not the home itself. But that was something we were getting prescriptions from doctors for CBD and how
the
much
family members, right? For us, it was a family member. They wanted it for their mom, and then they would talk to the doctor. And then
so the doctor has to write the prescription for it to be allowed in the facility. I worked for a different company. We did not allow THC. It had to be CBD, but that was
a long
I don't think it was legal. In California, and the nurses are giving it as prescribed.
Yeah,
like it is a medication.
Yeah,
so. maybe that will make you rethink it. Like, doctors are prescribing it. Your normal doctor who might say, I don't know enough, I can't give you any advice in that. There are normal primary care doctors who are prescribing it for their Alzheimer dementia patients.
Yeah.
And what blows my mind is because there's research showing that there is some type of like connection between CBD and its suppressing contributing factors to Alzheimer's. And then something else that really makes me want to dive deeper into that research, I just don't have the time.
I know.
But if this is something that like you listen because of the whole memory care aspect of this podcast, is look into Alzheimer's and diabetes type 3. We call it Alzheimer's here in the US.
Mm-hmm.
Other countries call it diabetes type 3. So there must be a correlation with our diet and marijuana.
Yeah.
Because it's causing Alzheimer's or diabetes type 3. So it's like, it's really interesting to see how it could help you. It's not just going to help someone's memory. It's going to help so many things.
Mm-hmm.
And you can look at it and get your regimen tailored specifically to you. You may take it differently than how my husband takes it for pain.
Yeah.
He has edibles, and he actually takes a very specific type
Mm-hmm.
and dose around the clock because of its half-life, because of how it builds up.
Mm-hmm.
Something that's really rare is like a hyperemesis. You throw up violently if you have THC in your system. It's really rare, but that would be, I think, maybe the worst side effect someone could get.
Yeah.
And then you're going to end up
or eat everything in your fridge.
I don't think
Alex would be
worst,
like,
but...
what happened yesterday? He would wait because he wakes up at 4 to go to work.
Mm-hmm.
And then I would be so sleepy because I'm trying to eat and go to sleep. So I would eat. I think one time I made a pot roast. I made a cake.
I remember that.
I was there just eating, and then by then I'm so sleepy. I don't want to.
You and your pancakes.
And then making pancakes, and
your
I was
German
just,
pancakes.
Girl, I don't eat eggs.
Oh yeah.
I had fried egg, and I even took a video and I sent it to my family. I said, "Look at this medicine. It's a miracle medicine. I'm eating stuff that I don't eat that I should be eating."
Yeah.
And so my relationship with the plant has been pretty amazing for my personal story.
It's very transforming.
It's very transforming, and to try to educate people just a little bit of what the little that I know, because if you just had a knee replacement, and the medicine the doctor's giving you is Percocet, and guess what? The side effects of that are horrible. You wake up the next day feeling this one particular person, I won't mention any names, Mom, this one particular person, you feel so dizzy, you can't even walk. Yeah. And so you just had a knee replacement, you're having Percocet, you're waking up at 4 a.m. to go to the restroom, you can't even walk because you're so toda mareada.
Yeah.
And not only that, it takes away your appetite. So now you're not eating, now you're malnourished. Makes you constipated. So why aren't we calling this a drug? They are calling it a drug, but it's like the doctor says, drink your medicine.
This is your medicine. But then marijuana, CBD, the specific, I'm going to get THC, CBD, CBG ratio of this. Like, that should also be considered medicine.
Yeah.
And I hope if anything comes from this one episode is please stop judging people for using marijuana, whether it's legal in your state or not. Like, maybe it's helping them in a very medicinal way. Yes, I'm bothered by people who abuse marijuana. Mm-hmm. If you abuse anything, I might judge you. but I just mean, like, don't take these extreme situations and just kind of write it off across the board. A pothead who's not using it just for medicinal use and they're just vegetating in this high and they're not going anywhere in life.
They're putting the Band-Aid, like you said. If I'm depressed when I smoke weed, I'm so happy. I don't think about my problems. And
but then they're on it all the time.
Yeah, and then you have to be on it all the time. You can't work. So that is.
Don't let that person
taint you. Taint your taint.
I feel like that's your taint.
That's taint down there.
Yeah.
Ay Dios, yo taint como ink.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Maybe it means the same thing. But you said taint, and I thought of a guy's taint.
Oh, how funny. But yeah, it's been really.
I'm gonna cut that out.
It's been really actually. I've been pretty proud actually of my mom, who's been open and a little bit more aware, because she does have.
Sorry. Taint has multiple meanings.
Oh, does it?
Googled it. Vulgar slang as a men's genitalia.
You're kidding me? I've never heard that.
Well, it's not their hoo-ha. It's like between the two.
Oh.
That little, like, 1-inch taint.
Yeah.
And then, yes, to affect something negatively. Don't let it taint you.
Oh my God.
I don't think I'll ever use the word.
Oh, how funny.
Taint.
Taint, okay.
I may not cut that out. That is fucking hilarious.
That's funny. Why are we going to cut it out? We're here.
Because I'm vulgar and I don't speak English.
Hey, and I smoke weed, you're vulgar, and I smoke weed. And I'm saying, and it's something that I wouldn't share because I was embarrassed because I grew up in that era. Where it's like, if you're smoking it, you're being a bad kid. Because I was being a bad kid. I was. And even though a pothead...
Yeah, I probably was using that in the wrong way.
To me, it's it was very taboo and scary for me to be open about me using it. But now, I'm not. I don't... Now this is part of my healing, is not to hide any part of me from myself.
Because if it's helping you, it might help someone else. And if it's hurting you, then maybe someone could tell you.
I can testimony 4 people that I know personally that has helped them sleep, that don't get any... I'm talking about 80-year-old, 79-year-old man who went through cancer, who is not sleeping, and they were so desperate. And I said, try this. And I sat down with them and his wife, and it was a family member. And I explained to him, I called the next week, and the wife is like, he's sleeping the whole night. It's amazing. He wakes up with, because they thought he was going to wake up feeling all like, loopy. Loopy. No.
Well, I watched my husband vegetate in a bed because of the amount of pain he was in. Just no quality of life.
Yeah.
And I worked with a nurse. She no longer has her company, but I worked with a nurse who made it herself, grew it, and put him in capsules. And I started microdosing him. Mm-hmm. And to see life come back because of some pain reduction, he's still in, we like to say 9.9 out of 10 pain.
Yeah.
Because when you say 10 out of 10, you look at him, you're like, well, I don't think so.
Yeah.
No, he is in horrific pain every day. And we cycle him on and off for our own reasons. You look at what it does to someone whose quality of life is very, very poor.
Yeah.
And how something so simple.
Yeah. And so natural.
Could help.
Yeah.
There is scares out there. I did listen to recently another podcast. I listened to an episode about finding, because in some states it's still illegal. Mm-hmm. And where it is legal, you can still buy it illegally because it's cheaper. Mm-hmm. People are reporting it being laced with fentanyl as well.
Yeah, that's scary.
Terrifying.
Yes, very terrifying. You need to know exactly where you're going. That's
it still has its street drug issues.
Yes,
but if you can do it the right way, fine. And I don't necessarily know what the right way looks like. Mm-hmm. Just do it the safest way you can. Yeah. So that you don't become victim to poisoning. Mm-hmm. That's my biggest thing I can stress. And then my second biggest issue is please don't smoke it.
Yeah, don't smoke it.
Just go eat it.
But if you do, don't let her know. Yeah, just kidding.
I don't want to hear about you guys damaging your lungs.
And actually, my dog has benefited from THC.
Yeah, that's a big thing.
My brother makes dog treats. Because their little dog is a little high anxiety, and for 4th of July, mm-hmm. which I hate 4th of July now. When I become a dog mom, and you hate 4th of July, and giving him dog treats. All he's doing is just chilling. He's not overdosed. He's not like drooling. He's just chilling.
Just really do your research. Talk to professionals. Talk to people who know or you think you can really trust. Like, don't just go willy nilly.
Yeah, I remember Willy Nilly. Didn't he smoke a lot of weed?
Yeah, good old Willy.
Good old Willy.
All right.
Well, so do a little research and plant medicine. I mean, it's on this earth for a reason, for sure.
Yeah,
there's a lot of benefits to it. So, all right, guys. Well, we'll see you again next Tuesday. Why don't you guys like, follow, share with your comadre, your tío, your cousin, your friend. Just hit that subscribe button. See you next Tuesday.
See you next Tuesday.